Ok, hola, soy Omar Gonzalez, le mando un saludo a todos los fans, bendiciones, cuídense.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, as we've been on quarantine, as we've had this whole thing going on with the coronavirus, I've been, as many of you know, I've been stocking up on ring magazines. And one of the ring magazines that I purchased recently, as many of you know, is the Chocolatito Gonzalez ring magazine. And I was reading the articles in there about, my favorite fighter, Chocolatito Gonzalez, a future Hall of Famer, a guy that I affectionately refer to as the real TBE here on this channel. I was reading these articles about him, and I learned some interesting fun facts about Chocolatito that I never knew before. So I'm going to share some of them with you guys, and maybe you'll learn something or two along the way about Chocolatito Gonzalez. So here it is, hopefully you enjoy. All the facts that will be cited in this video I got from this article of the Ring Magazine, dedicated specifically to Chocolatito Gonzalez following his triumphant return to becoming a world champion as he stopped Caliafy on February 29, 2020 at the Star in Frisco, Texas. Everything I'm going to say came from this issue of the Ring Magazine, so hopefully you learn something new, and hopefully you enjoy and pick it up on newsstands today. Alright, so fact number one that I learned from this issue of the Ring Magazine about Chocolatito Gonzalez was that he lives on a farm. He lives on a farm with his 3 kids, which he had with his wife, whom he divorced with, so he's not with that woman anymore. But he actually purchased this farmland with the money he got from the Akira Yagashi fight in 2014 when he won the lineal title, which is one of his best performances of his career. So if you haven't seen that fight, go see it. It's definitely worth watching. He actually calls his farmland the Quinta Tekken. So, it's good to see that Gonzalez is providing a decent life for his kids, and he's living large and in charge on a farm. So that's fact number one. Fact number two, when Chocolatito Gonzalez captured his first world title, he defeated Yutaka Nilda in Japan in 2008 to become the WBA minimum weight champion. Now, when he won this fight, this was a big deal to him. This was a big deal to all of Nicaragua, because they haven't had many world champions over the years. We'll only talk about a handful of fighters from the country that have ever won a world title, and for him to go on the road and do it in such devastating fashion against Yutaka Nilda, it was a big deal to the country. Such a big deal that Gonzalez actually wound up meeting the president. Chocolatito met the president of the country, and he didn't just get to meet him. He didn't just get a pat on the back, and they didn't just say good job. No. The president gave him a house. Yes, the president of Nicaragua gave him a house for becoming world champion after he defeated Yutaka Nilda in 2008. So how cool is that? A lot of fighters get a pat on the back. A lot of these fighters might get to go to the White House, but how many fighters actually get a house just for winning? That's pretty damn cool if you ask me. That's fact number two. Fact number three that I learned from these articles in the Ring Magazine about Chocolatito Gonzalez was that he owns various properties across Managua, Nicaragua. Now, listen, Nicaragua is a third world country. The land there, I would assume, is very cheap, and Chocolatito Gonzalez has made a lot of money, and good money by even American standards. And I know the American dollar is more significant than the Nicaraguan currency. So he's taken that money and he's parlayed it into buying various rental properties. That's right, Gonzalez is involved in the Nicaragua real estate market. So, how we hear Floyd Mayweather say, "I made smart investments." Well, put Chocolatito in the same club. He's making smart investments as well, setting himself up well for life after boxing, making sure that he's collecting rent. So we might have to change his name from the real TBE and Chocolatito to the landlord. Anthony Joshua called himself the landlord, but maybe Gonzalez should be called the landlord because he owns various rental properties in Nicaragua. So the landlord's coming to collect his rent in the super flyweight division and in his own country. That's fact number three. So fact number four that we learned from this article or Ring Magazine about Chocolatito Gonzalez was that in his 2011 fight with Omar Solado, he fought with diarrhea, and he admitted it himself in the article. It was kind of something that was very subtle. He mentioned it in passing. It wasn't like something they highlighted in the article, but he did say that. So that was Solado was a tough customer. It was a fight that he had to really get through some very big personal problems, and these are some of the things that fighters go through that maybe they don't talk about. But Chocolatito did admit it. He fought with diarrhea against Omar Solado, and he overcame. He won the fight. Fair play to him. That's fact number 4. Fact number 5, and the final fact that we learned about Chocolatito Gonzalez from the Ring Magazine article that he did with them, was that he helps kids with cancer away from boxing. They didn't specify how he helps kids with cancer, but I'm going to assume maybe he goes to the hospital and visits them and just gives them a word of encouragement. And he also helps with a reforestation program called Guardabarranco. So this is a guy who cares for people. This is a guy that cares about the local environment, as he's dedicated to planting and replanting trees in the area. So, you know, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, you know, we don't get a chance to really hear much about who he is outside of boxing. But I mean, I think these are some pretty interesting facts. You know, you got him, you know, living on a farm, planting trees, fighting with diarrhea. The president of the country bought him a house. He's involved in real estate. I mean, the guy is. He's like an ogre. He's like Shrek. You know, you gotta peel the layers. You gotta peel the layers of Roman Gonzalez. But I thought Doug Fisher and the fine folks at Ring Magazine did a hell of a job just letting the people know about Roman Gonzalez, and even me as a big Chocolatito fan. These are some things that I didn't know about him. I don't think I necessarily needed to know that he fought with diarrhea against Omar Solado, but nonetheless, I know about it now. So those are my 5 facts about Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. 5 miscellaneous facts about Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez that you didn't necessarily need to know, but now you know them. And now you know more about Roman Gonzalez. So there you have it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Hey guys, Christina here, and you're watching True School Sports.